If you've already posted 10 or more videos on YouTube and not seen any clients from it, you're probably thinking about quitting. But before you do, let me show you some things that you should be aware of, because you're probably closer to succeeding than the numbers that you're looking at are telling you right now. My name is Jerry Potter, and if you're an online entrepreneur looking to grow a lead generating YouTube channel without it taking over your life, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact checkpoints you should look at during your first 90 days to know which numbers are important and which ones you should be ignoring. So let's start by looking at some numbers that are mostly lying to you. Most of us, myself included, get a little obsessed with views and subscribers. First of all, because they are the numbers that are just right in our face, right? But in addition to that, when you start a YouTube channel, you're putting yourself out there. You feel vulnerable. And views and subscriber count are the numbers that everybody else can see as well. Now, as weird as it might be to say those numbers don't matter, they really don't at this stage, so stop looking at them. The views and subscribers you get during your first 60-ish days are mostly a reflection of people that you already know, right? Maybe you emailed it to people, you asked friends, please go subscribe so that I have more than 4 in the first week or so. But there's only so many of those people we can ask to go and watch. That's a finite number. So don't confuse your early low numbers with a lack of traction. Because on the other side, YouTube's algorithm is in learning mode as you're going through this phase. It's testing your videos in small batches to find out who actually might like them. So low views and subscribers in the early days often just means that YouTube hasn't been able to match the right people up with your videos. Now, there is one number that you can check that is reliable early on, and I'll share what that is here in just a second. But if you clicked on this video, you probably want some actual numbers, like what should I be looking for at each stage? So I'm going to walk you through what a typical first 90 days timeline for an entrepreneur with a decent strategy should look like, starting with 2 weeks in. At this point, if you're publishing a weekly video, you've published 2 or 3 videos, and you've realized that nobody's watching except for the people that you sent to your channel yourself. Starts to feel bad. Start questioning, is this even worth it? At this point, there's only one thing worth measuring, and that is whether or not you are publishing videos consistently. Nothing else matters yet. Now, with the clients that I work with, these early videos that we published, we call them Magnetic 8, and they have 2 jobs. One of them is we are training the algorithm to learn how to recommend our videos faster, and later on, those same videos are going to turn viewers into paying clients and customers. But I do want to encourage you to look for numbers that are not in your analytics during those first 14 days. In fact, I got my first client 11 days after I started my channel. Even though most of my views were from people I knew, and I definitely didn't have very many of them, a stranger left a comment, asked if I consulted, and I said, sure. And the next day, I had a paying client. Now, if we jump ahead to the 30-day checkpoint, if you're publishing a video once a week, you've published about 5 videos now, and a lot of entrepreneurs that I talk to are ready to call in the verdict and just say, this channel's not working, I quit, or I need to change my strategy. But don't. On this channel you're watching right now, it took me 6 months to hit 100 subscribers. But then a month later, I had 1,000, and a year after that, I had 10,000. If we jump ahead to 60 days in, weekly videos would get you to about 9 videos that you've published. And this is where I see entrepreneurs get really uncomfortable. And what I'm about to say may make you uncomfortable as well. Many of the people that I talk to are looking for a number at this point so that they can quit without feeling guilty or feeling like they failed. So for example, if I said, if you don't have this thing by 60 days, it's not gonna work, then you can quit guilt-free. But if you quit after only 60 days, you are not giving it a fair chance. This video was published on my channel 120 days after I started. It got 16 views in its first month. A failure by almost anyone's count, right? However, now, almost 9 years later, this same video is getting 400 to 500 views a month, and it recently surpassed 100,000 views total. I'm pretty glad I didn't quit at that 60-day mark. If we jump ahead to 90 days, if you've been publishing weekly, you're at about 13 videos at this point, and now it is time to go in and look at something in your analytics, and it is specifically, is YouTube starting to recommend your videos to new people? If you don't even know how to check, I have a step-by-step tutorial. I've linked to it up at the top of the screen, or you can get that in the description of this video after you finish this one. But the most dangerous thing you can do at the 90-day mark is start comparing your 3-month-old channel to a channel that's been around for years. That would be like a toddler who's learning to walk, looking at an adult and going, What the heck? How come I keep falling on my face and you're just running around like nothing? It'd be ridiculous, right? Remember, as a business owner, it only takes one viewer to become really profitable for you. One of my clients who's a coach was a little bummed with the number of views she was getting on her early videos. But somebody watched one of her videos, which again did not have a lot of views on it, joined her email list, and ended up buying a $2,800 coaching package. I have another client who's in the health space, and a woman saw one of her videos, again, only had a handful of views on the video, but booked a call and signed a year-long contract. Now, recently I was curious, how long would it take for YouTube to start recommending videos on a brand new channel? So I spun one up, 0 subscribers, didn't tell anyone about it, published the first video one morning, and later that same day, that video had 100 impressions. That means on the first day of its life, YouTube recommended that video to 100 different people, and it also got its first view that same day. Now, if you've been publishing for a while and YouTube is still not recommending your videos to new people, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do here in just a second. But real quick, if you are trying to grow a lead generating YouTube channel and you want to do it in 90 minutes a week instead of having it take 6 hours, download my YT90 roadmap right away. You can pause this video and scan the QR code on the screen or get the link down in the description. Now, if you've been publishing for a while and YouTube is still not suggesting your videos to new people, let's talk about how you can adjust without scrapping everything and starting over. First, you're almost never going to fix anything by doing more. Don't add more topics, don't pivot your niche, don't start creating 2 long-form videos a week. Those all might feel like a good strategy, but they're really just panic responses in disguise. Go into your YouTube analytics and find a video that got a lot of impressions but did not get a lot of views. That video is one that YouTube's algorithm thought, okay, we can match people up with this, but for some reason it didn't pay off. Now, as you're looking at that video, if it got a lot of impressions, but it didn't have a very high CTR or click-through rate, in other words, not a lot of people clicked on it, you need to improve the title and the thumbnail. The good news is, if it's still getting recommended, you can change the title and the thumbnail on a video you've already published. Now, if it got impressions and a lot of people clicked on it, then look at your average view duration. If people are clicking on your 8-minute video but only watching an average of 1 minute, then YouTube stopped recommending it because viewers were not enjoying it. Consider making a video on that same topic again, but tighten it up and see if you can keep people watching a little longer. This isn't something that comes natural to people. So in my YT90 Growth Lab program, we actually built an app where it does that for you. It tightens up your script and puts it in an order to keep people watching for a long time, including giving you stronger title and thumbnail recommendations. If you want to learn more about that, I'll put a link down in the description you can check out later. Now, how's your channel doing? I would love to know in the comments. If you have a question, you can ask it down there as well. I answer every single one.